Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, and rumor has it we're getting a Marvel's Champion series. Excuse me? No more Young Avengers? Absolutely not. This feels only a tad bit surprising since Marvel has been working away for years introducing new young superheroes. We were expecting it to shape into something like this, but we might get it sooner than expected with an already formed lineup. In this video, I'll cover the new favorite rumor, and let's just all talk about it because it's kind of insane. But first, of course, be sure to check out nerdriot.shop where you can always find the latest and greatest in New Rockstars merch. Merch! Right now, we've got some designs inspired by Daredevil Born Again. We also got some Fantastic Four, Star Wars, and other fandoms, but more importantly, we got some Lumen swag. Don't you want your Lumen swag? Didn't you love Severance? Weren't you confused? Go look at nerdriot.shop. It's the best way to support the channel. Go look at all the cool things we got over there. All right, now let's get into this video. A little over a week ago, a mysterious page on IMDb was created for the Marvel TV series Champions. The bio says, after a devastating event, mysterious teen heroes emerge calling themselves the Young Avengers. But who are these young vigilantes and what gives them the right to use that name? Which sounds kind of like a vague bio, which makes sense because it's a rumor bio. The rumor stars none other than Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop, Catherine Newton's Stature, Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel, Xochitl Gomez's America Chavez, Dominic Thorne's Ironheart, and Joe Locke's Billy, or Wiccan. Did we ever officially call him Wiccan yet? We'll call him Wiccan. I will say, updating IMDb isn't actually that hard if you have IMDb Pro, so sometimes you have to take these IMDb credits with a grain of salt. Allegedly, the Champions page was the Young Avengers page that was created a while back, but after the recent rumor, someone went in and changed the page to a series and used the other young hero lineup name. So, take this IMDb page with a grain of salt. But, however, I think building a young superhero team has been in the works for a while now. So the IMDb page not being confirmed page through Marvel Studios and possibly just, fan-made isn't surprising, though Nexus Point News has never really guided me in the wrong direction. They've come correct with a lot of rumors, a lot of leaks, and this is what they said. Last week, they dropped that shrinking and fresh off the boat writer, Rachna Fruchbaum, is reportedly writing the series. What's really great about this is if you haven't watched the Apple Plus TV series, Shrinking does a really good job of divvying up the stories and characters and making them all really likable and interlacing their stories really nicely. While Fresh Off the Boat is really good at balancing humor with family dynamics, cultural identity, and an immigrant's experience. I can already tell some of y'all just pulled away when I said that, but think big picture now. Each of our heroes suspected to be in the Champions are like fishes out of water. They're the black sheep of their families or the black sheep of wherever they're at. They had to venture into their limelight as superheroes, for the most part alone, and have very colorful backgrounds, none the same whatsoever. Hearing that Shrinking and Fresh Off the Boat writer is possibly working on this reassures me that these characters will still be really fun and deflect almost everything with sarcasm and humor. Also, for a TV series, I think this is both great for the writer and Champions because it means that the team will get more time to actually bond and build up. There are more rumors that this series might actually be happening. Comic Book Movie reported that production was allegedly scheduled to commence late next year. However, there have been reports that it has now been pushed. This would most likely mean that the movie would come out after Secret Wars. So the events of Secret Wars could directly affect this team up. Or if we get Battle World, Billy could technically have met like Riri there before agreeing to team up with Kamala and Kate Bishop, which we see at the end of the Marvels. By this time, we'll already have seen Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, and Secret Wars, which feels too long from now. I think you need to bring America Chavez back sooner than later because officially we haven't seen her for like 3 years and people will forget that there's a girl that doesn't have a variant and can traverse the multiverse with her own portals. She's literally a game changer. Because this wouldn't come out until probably 2027 at the minimum, we all recognize the title change for the better, from Young Avengers to the Champions, because they ain't really getting any younger. And I'm pretty sure at this moment, right now, today, in this minute, in this second, Haley Steinfeld is only 3 years younger than me, and I was called Unk yesterday, so yeah, they can't be the Young Avengers anymore. I think the name change is Marvel and Disney being hesitant not to disrupt the Avenger mantle in the title. Disney made a lot of money on the Avengers movies, and to some, the Avengers name is just a title marker to establish what kind of Marvel movie you're watching, and for others, it's to draw the original team we came to love over the 3 phases during the Infinity Saga, which, I mean, yeah, compared to the Multiverse Saga, the Infinity Saga was way better, it was pristine. I digress, however, though I think it's because Disney fears slapping the Avengers title on it so they don't dilute the value of the Avengers brand or confuse fans who might only recognize the Avengers and expect a traditional Avenger type show or movie. I don't mean that to sound mean or dissuade anyone from watching this. I'm genuinely very excited for the series. These are literally my babies. Arguably, the only one that I have beef with is Stature. She was acting wild during Quantumania. Girl, read the damn room. You didn't tell your grandma about the satellite radio to the quantum realm because she has trauma? Why even make it? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Cassie Lang, I want to square up with you sometimes, but I'm still gonna watch your show. I keep ranting off track, but what I'm trying to say is if you call it the Young Avengers, will people expect it to get the same or near level of attention and treatment as the other Avengers titles get? To which changing the names is for the best. And for the comic fans, they get to see the champions brought to life and acknowledged in the MCU. The Champions comics began actually not that long ago and focus on a team of teenage superheroes. When the second superhuman civil war causes the world to become disillusioned with its heroes, it's up to the next generation after. And they're fighting grounded real world issues and problems. And I mean, mind you, sometimes, yes, I get it. There's a monster or other villains involved, but they're also trying to make the world a better place. This differs from the Young Avengers, where in my opinion, they face off with bigger supervillains and they incorporate some of the other bigger heroes sometimes in the issues. I will also add that I've read more of the Champions than I have Young Avengers because in my opinion, Champions is super funny at times and I love their approach at tackling real world issues. I don't think them tackling real world issues will become like a significant role in the Champions. But again, I think the name change from Young Avengers to Champions really come from the fact that they're not young and they ain't the Avengers. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix is running an awesome sale right now, so it's the perfect time to upgrade your mattress. Visit helix.com/rockstars for more information. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, and the Helix Kid mattresses. Finding your perfect mattress is so easy thanks to Helix's sleep quiz. Just answer a few questions and you'll get set up with a mattress that's perfect firmness and temperature for you. Helix offers financing options and flexible payment plans so you can get your mattress ASAP, and they have a 100-night sleep trial so you get more than 3 months to make sure that you love your mattress that you get. Plus, every mattress has a 10-year warranty. Look at that. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the US, and the mattress comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself. I love my Helix and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix Sleep. Helix is running a special sale for our audience. Visit the Helix site for 25% off your mattress purchase or click the link in the description below. It's also really interesting to compare the two teams' rosters because they really just spliced them together a bit. Young Avengers has a lot of members, current and former, but I feel like the mains are Hulkling, Hawkeye's Kate Bishop, Captain Marvel, America Chavez, Elijah Bradley's Patriot, and Tommy Speed, Nathaniel Richards' Iron Lad, Kid Loki, and Prodigy. Champions has Ms. Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Nova, Amadeus Cho's Hulk, Viv, I love Viv, Nadia Pym's Wasp, Falcon, Ironheart, Locust, Patriot, and Dust. Again, occasionally members come and go depending on the comics. So we're missing a good chunk of folks, right? Like Tommy Speed and Iron Lad, which I understand because they haven't officially entered the MCU to the degree that these rumored champions have. But there's characters not chosen like Elijah Bradley or Hulk's baby boy to Prince Scar and Kid Loki who have been featured and according to the rumors will not be in the show. Elijah Bradley, for those who don't remember, appeared in Falcon and the Winter Soldier and in the comics was Patriot, coming from a long line of heroes including Isaiah Bradley, who we last saw in Brave New World. Kid Loki, arguably a version of him we did see in Loki season 1, and we feel like we're missing a Hulk-like character, Hulkling or Amadeus Cho's Hulk, which could be flipped to be Scar if they wanted to bring him back from She-Hulk's finale. But it looks like they're not including any of them. That doesn't mean a version of them can't come in later. Viv is one of my favorite characters, Vision's daughter, and there's always a chance for White Vision to build his own family that could include Viv somewhere down the line. You just, never say never. Additionally, a movie like this already cost a lot of money, respectfully. America Chavez, Stature, Wiccan, and Ms. Marvel all use a little bit or maybe a lot of bit of VFX every time they use their powers. And even if we tried to keep Ironheart half practical, half CGI'd, it's still a lot of money. So they really can't acquire more heroes that need a lot of VFX to use their powers. And because there's a bit of cash being dipped into for that, I think focusing on the grounded, street-level villains and fights will be the key for this series. In the early comics of the Champions, they fought Roxxon Corporation, the giant oil company in Marvel Comics, which we've seen across the MCU as well. Roxxon Corporation funded many negative projects in the Champions, and that snowballed, forcing them to fight back. These are the types of street-level, big problems for America that I'm talking about. They don't necessarily affect the greater MCU, but they are a problem nonetheless. Maybe too big for the Avengers, but big enough for America's younger superheroes. I think there are a lot of great villains from the comics who could go up against the Champions, but I do hope we stick to characters that we've seen before. Maybe start the snowball from Obadiah Stane with his son Zeke Stane. He'd be a menace to introduce in the Champions. Or if Wilson Fisk is actually working with Valentina, their anti-vigilante agenda or other dastardly deeds have started to spread across the US, and it's up to the Champions to stop them. Now, I will add that after our 10-hour live stream of those chairs that Marvel showed us, regardless, I think there are still people not on those chairs that will appear in Doomsday, and it feels wild not to include like a Hulk or someone of the Mystic Arts or even Spider-Man. And more importantly to this video, I will note that none of those alleged champions are on those chairs. Not a damn one of them. Which again, if this is entering development, it might not come until after Secret Wars. So they might not actually be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. This series might take place before or after, kind of like Black Widow did, and still release on Disney Plus after Secret Wars. I just think it would be a missed opportunity not to be affected by Secret Wars. However, this series could also work like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which deals with the aftermath of Secret Wars like the show dealt with the aftermath of the snap. I think it would be great for the champions because they're initially seen as social justice crime fighting grounded heroes, and this kind of sticks to that original brand. Comment down below your thoughts on the champions. Do you think it's actually gonna happen? I think we're gonna get a form of the Young Avengers. We've been really steering our way towards that. It only makes sense. Follow me at Lulu_Clemons. Subscribe to all 3 channels in the new Rockstars network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.